Well, this video is part two of my series Alone for the Holidays and the benefits, or my observations, I should say. Everyone's different. But my observation and the topic for part two is family is not everything. Why do I say that and how do I come to that conclusion? Well, first, in the United States of America, when families migrate to this country, like mine did, my forefathers from Italy, they come with their family and they use their family strategically to survive because they're going to a foreign land. They don't know the country, they don't know the culture, they don't know the roads, they don't know the language, they don't have a way to earn money without those things. And so, family is a mechanism to survive. And ethnic groups that migrate to America stay in their family. They keep the money in their family. They keep the business in the family. They all stay in the same house for a couple of generations until they can become self-sufficient, and then they go upon doing their way. But that's why many times when they migrate from over here, from wherever they come, people want to speak their foreign language, and they want to keep everything in the family. But slowly through each generation, that changes. And in foreign countries, especially in undeveloped countries, people have children as a means to survive. Having children to tend the farm, to live off the land, having children to take care of them when they're older. Overseas in undeveloped countries, they don't have Social Security. So what do you depend on when you're old and vulnerable? Your family. Family is a means to survive, not necessarily a healthy foundation for living well. It's a survival mechanism, just like having sex is, or just like any human nature, as far as like a instinct, as a way of self-preservation, not necessarily out of love and affection and good principle. So family is not everything because many times the root of family is based on a selfish motive, based on a selfish motive of survival. And what you're going to realize when you develop, whether you're in an undeveloped world or not, when you develop as a person, what puts you healthy is the number one thing. Family's not everything. It's what puts you in a healthy space, because staying in an unhealthy space with your family members or whatever is not worth it. It's not worth living in many instances. And take that in context when I say something like that. But like I shared, my grandfather, I remember, I was going out to dinner with him one time. My parents got divorced. I was visiting my grandfather and my father's father, and he said to me, "Well, Sam, just remember, family's everything." And as soon as he said that, it didn't feel right. Just like when someone gives you some type of religious quote, even if you don't know the Bible, or if you don't know the Quran, or you don't know the Torah or whatever, you kind of know if something's like bullshit. And that, to me, it sounded like bullshit. It didn't sit right with my spirit. Because again, here was his family had their own issues. But he came from that previous generation when you came over from Italy to America, family was everything to survive. And maybe he really meant it. And he was a good guy. And again, my father, everyone tried their best. But as an adult, what I had to realize was a lot of them were in a dysfunctional, unhealthy, unhappy place. And they had bought into the propaganda of family is everything. And a lot of people that say that, they just have the selfish motive of they don't want to be alone. They're not happy with life, so let's pop out kids and make our kids make us happy. But guess what? As an adult, you are no longer playing your parents' or your grandparents' game. You're an adult. And you can make your own life. And if your parents and if your grandparents and if those around you, if they're really your family, they love that about you. And they support you. And then you want to willingly be with them when you're ready. But if you love them and they love you and you want to be alone for the holidays, they respect that. They don't guilt trip that. Anyone who guilt trips you is a malicious, controlling, manipulative person. I don't care if she's a grandmother with a limp or a young hot girl with a leopard skin outfit. If someone gives you a guilt trip, they're a manipulator. Shame on them. If you want to be alone on the holidays, true family will understand that. And they don't need a holiday to celebrate family. Fake families, they need the celebration. They need the celebration to put up the show. They're not really family. They're guilt tripping, they're manipulating. Family is everything to the aspect of those who you vibe with. There's a loving spirit there, but you have to give each other freedom. Not controlling, freedom to be you. You want to be alone, be you. Do you. Oh, it's not. Look, we only get together once for the holidays. You got to do it. Oh, what kind of shit is that? No way. Not doing it. Alone for the holidays, because family is not everything. And those who preach that propaganda are probably in a bad, unhealthy space. So, what should you do? Don't take advice from anyone. And look, it doesn't matter. Take advice from everyone. Bottom line is your life. That's it. That's it. Forget all like the, nice sayings at the end to like wrap up the video. Just go do you. And those who love you, let you do you. And those who don't, get the hell out. Get the hell away from them. Family's not everything. I know some people don't like that. Give that thumbs up. All the grandmas out there that want their grandkids to come visit, give the video a thumbs down. All right. Well, too bad your time has passed. All right. And you had a good run. And now it's time for everyone else to do them. Sorry. I know some people don't want to hear that, but love and respect.